Friends, this is a percentage based question. So what he has mentioned in the question, my ratio of two numbers is nothing but 15/28. So initially the ratio between two numbers is nothing but 15/28, and according to the data mentioned in the question, this 15 increased up to how much? 40%. I have increased this to 40%, and this 28 I have reduced to 50%. So what exactly the new ratio? If I'll go for that calculation, then first I need to know the 40% of 15 is how much. Then I need to go for the value which corresponds to 40% on 15. So first I'll go 40. How much I'll get? I'll get here 6. Now 15, 40% of 15 is nothing but 6. And I am adding, then what will be the new ratio? The value of 28, the resultant I will get here as 14. Okay. So what I can comment here, what is the new ratio? This is the new ratio that I want to know. Then 21/14 is nothing but how much? 3/2. If I'll go to the option, then option B is the right option. Friends, this is a percentage based question. So what exactly the question mentioned, a person A is writing the exam, and when the result announced, he scored some mark in Sanskrit as well as he scored some mark in science as well as he scored some marks in social science. So what exactly the mentioned data? If I'll go to the question, then if that person A scores 1.2 time marks as he scored in Sanskrit, so I need to take a reference, and that reference that I am taking to the subject, to the marks of Sanskrit. So if he scores X marks in Sanskrit, so if he score X marks in Sanskrit, according to the question, what I can write? He scored 1.2 times of X in science, right? If he scored X in Sanskrit, then he scored 1.2 times of that marks of science of that Sanskrit is nothing but 1.2x he scored in science. As what is the more statement given in the question? He scored 20 marks more than science in social science. So if I'll go for the social science mark calculation, then I can write he scored 20 marks more than how much he scored in science. So here I can equate, he got the marks in social science as 1.2x plus 20. And he has given the examination for full marks of 600. So what is the full marks? Here the full marks for the exam is nothing but 600. Okay. So he got he has written the examination for full marks of 600, and what he has mentioned in the question, the 85.5% of 600 is nothing but the combination of these three. Okay. So I need to go for the calculation of 85.5% of how much? 600. So if I'll go for the 85.5% of 600, then I will get here as 513. So here I will get the total marks is scored in these three subjects is nothing but 513, which is 85.5% of 600. So here, based upon the statement, I can relate that X mark in Sanskrit plus marks in social science, that is nothing but 1.2x, plus marks in social science is 1.2x plus 20 equals to how much? 513. Then what I will write here, this is 1.2x, x plus 1.2x, nothing but 3.4x equals to how much? 493. Then x equals to, I will get here 145, right? Then my question is that how much mark I will get in social science, or how much mark, what exactly the mark person A got in social science. Then for social science mark calculation, I need to write 1.2 into 145 plus 20, which is nothing but how much? 194. How I have calculated this? Because I know the social science marks is nothing but 1.2 times of x plus 20. So here 1.2 times of x is nothing but 145, that I have already derived over here. And this is nothing but the 20 marks more than of this science. So here I can equate and I'll get the answer as 194. If I'll go to the option, friends, then option A is the right choice. Okay. So 194 is the answer, as well as option A is the correct choice. Friends, for this question I have a number. Okay, let's represent that number by assigning the value as x. So I have a number, that number is nothing but x. If I'll go for the question statement, that what I will get, in the statement the data mention that 20% of x plus 36% of x equals to how much? 20% of x, sorry, this is nothing but 32% of x equals to 30 more than, or this value is nothing but 30 more than the 46% of x. So here I can write 30 plus 46% of x. So what I can get from this equation, according to the question, 20% of x plus 32% of x equals to 46% of x plus 30. So I need to go for the number and I need to find out what exactly the 20% of that number, 12% of that number, right? According to the question, I need to find out 12% of x. So analyze this equation and get the value of x. then we will go for the 12% calculation of that number. So from this equation what I can write, this is 20% plus 32% is nothing but 52% minus this 46%, right, of x equals to how much? 30. Then what I can conclude here, equals to 30. So here 42% and here 52% minus 46% of x and out 12% of x equals to how much? If I'll go for the 12% of x calculation, then I can comment 12% of x equals to 2 into 30, that is nothing but 60. So 60 is my answer. Answer is nothing but 60. Friends, this is nothing but a blood relation based question. So we need to analyze it properly according to the statements given in the question. So what exactly the statement mentioned in the question, he is Ram. So this person is nothing but Ram pointing towards a photograph. Okay, this is nothing but my photograph. So this is nothing but my photograph. Ram is saying by pointing towards the photograph that she is, means I can confirm that she is a lady. So by looking at this photograph, Ram is telling that she is the mother of my brother. So here this person is nothing but the brother of Ram, right? So he is telling that she is the mother. I can write here mother. Okay. She is the mother of my brother's here wife, sister. So by pointing towards that photograph, Ram is saying that she is the mother of my brother's wife, sister. So she is the mother of Ram's brother, wife's sister. So how Ram's brother relate with this or related to this lady? So based upon this diagram, I can comment that she is nothing but sister-in-law of Ram's brother. If I go to the option, then option D is the correct choice.